What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode of Career Mode. This is episode number 47, and we start today's episode off with a game against Chelsea here in the Capital One Cup semi-final, first leg here at Stamford Bridge. Now, of course, we won this tournament last year. We won it. That's why we're in the Europa League. We did very well to win it, and yeah, I'm looking to retain it again. So, of course, throughout the whole tournament, we've been playing a backup side, but now we're into the business end. It's the semi-finals. It's over 2 legs. We are going to be facing one of the best teams in the league. We are going to be playing a first team for both legs, I can assure you of that. So yeah, we're going to be playing a first team for both legs, and it's going to be a huge semi-final tie. It really is, because Chelsea's squad is so good, it's ridiculous. They've of course added to it, as you saw there, with Christian Benteke. So we know all about him with Belgium. So it's going to be a great tie, and the first leg was played in the snow. That's always good. So coming into this game, I was feeling very confident. We had a first team playing out. We had the confidence coming into this game, of course, after we won it last year. And of course, I felt very confident because we've already beat Chelsea at Stamford Bridge this year. We beat them 1-0, I think it was. So I had all confidence in this game. There was no pessimism. There was no, we're taking on Chelsea, one of the best teams in the league. It was, no, we can win this. We can win this. So I was coming into this game full of confidence, but Chelsea almost took the lead here. I think it was Aspilicueta all the way out the pitch here who took aim, but it was good save by Jack Butland, and eventually we came on the counter-attack here. Look at us break here. Barkley rolls the ball out to our number 9, Anthony, down the left-hand side here, takes on Nathan Baker. Lovely single step over to get around his man. His shot's well saved, but the rebound comes to Andros Townsend. He puts the ball into the back of the net. Really solid finish. I mean, it was an open goal, really, but even so, he had to get it right. It was in the snow. He had to hit it first time, get it spot on, and he did. So Towns gives us the lead, and what a great start here at Stamford Bridge for us in this semi-final tie. Fantastic start to take the lead, and he's seen the 28th minute though. Eden Hazard ended up equalising, so we weren't in front for long. The Belgian Hazard gets the equalising goal, and unfortunately Chelsea were back on level terms, unfortunately. So good for Chelsea to get themselves back in the game, but I was furious to let that goal lead slip so early. But in the 37th minute, Chelsea tried to play out from the back, and what a mistake it was by Nathan Baker. I mean, we tried to sign him. He was meant to be one of our first signings in this series, but we couldn't get hold of him. He went to Chelsea instead, and I'm so glad he made that mistake, because that was awful. He passed the ball straight into the run of our striker Anthony. He put the ball into the back of the net to make it Chelsea 1, Norwich 2, and in the 44th minute Chelsea came through again. A good header at the far post, but it was well saved by Butland, and the score remained at 2-1, and that was it for the first half. We started the second half brightly as well. Gary Hooper here plays the ball down the right hand side. Ivanovic beats him, but it's another slack pass by the Chelsea defender. It comes to our striker, and again it's a good save by Sirigu, and Chelsea managed to get the ball away. So we weren't settling for a 2-1 victory. We were going for more goals in this game, but it could have backfired us here on the hour mark when it was crossed in by William, and Christian Benteke's header was expertly saved by Butland at the near post. Great reactions, and it's still Chelsea 1, Norwich 2, and a few minutes after that, Luke Shaw finds Leroy Fer. Fer finds Barkley. Lovely 1-2 between the two centre midfielders. Fer with a step over, gets himself inside, takes aim. Good save by Sirigu. Still Chelsea 1, Norwich 2. And in the 78th minute, we came through again. Russell Martin collects the ball here. Rolls a great ball through to Billy Sharp off the bench. Good chance for him. And again, Sirigu sounds strong. So he was doing everything he could to make sure Chelsea wouldn't concede any more goals here. But he had to make another good save to deny Leroy Fer. So he was definitely the man in action in this game. But it was a fantastic show of confidence to show that we weren't just going to sit back on our lead and actually go and attack. But it could have cost us right at the end, because Eden Hazard picks the ball up here and crosses the ball in, and what a miss it is by Van Ginkel into the 6-yard box. Free header, what a chance, and he puts it wide. So the game finishes 2-1. He must have been furious that he missed that, and the game does finish Chelsea 1, Norwich 2. So what a start to this semi-final tie here we are off to. We've beaten Chelsea away at Stamford Bridge, and I don't want to say the job is half done, because it isn't. Chelsea are going to attack us in the next game and try and score us some goals at Carrow Road, but even so, what a fantastic result that is. I would have been happy with a draw or even a 1-goal loss, but no, to win it by 2-1 was fantastic. That gives us the utmost confidence that we can go ahead and go through to the final, so that's fantastic news for us. But there you saw a transfer offer for Gary Hooper. It was 3.7 million, which weren't bad, from Nice, I think it was. We rejected it, and here you see Southampton come in for our veteran centre-back Michael Turner. Ever since his injury last season, he got a bad injury, 2/3 of the way through the season. He hasn't really come back into the first team. Of course, Chris Smalling's here now, but we asked for a bit more money because he's still a decent centre back. He's decreasing in attributes, but he's still decent. So we'll ask for a bit of money and see what they say. But I also went into the contracts here, and I thought I was going to shoot myself in the foot here because, as you guys have seen, we signed 4 players on pre-contracts. Wijnaldum, Ikrem, Perotti and McCarthy. And, you know, all together, they're costing us like 150 grand a week, just those 4 players. And, yeah, I completely forgot there are players running out of contract here. And, of course, because the 150 grand a week gets taken out in the original wage budget, it doesn't wait until next season, we're running out of funds. We can't afford any more players, obviously. And we're also running out of money on the wage budget. So I can't afford to give contracts to existing players. So players like Johnny Howson, who have their contracts expiring in 6 months' time, I don't have the money to offer him a new improved contract. It's scary, but I think I might have shot myself in the foot here with all these signings. I mean, with Howson, it doesn't really matter because, of course, we're getting Ikrem, Wijnaldum. You know, those are 2 solid CMs that can replace him that are probably better than him already. But even so, could have shot myself in the foot because we could have been losing 2 great youngsters in the Murphy twins. But thankfully, do manage to get enough money to offer them new contracts, and hopefully they will stay because that would have been an embarrassing loss to lose those 2 players because, as you guys have been commenting, they do have high potential, so that could have been embarrassing. But anyway, we take on West Brom for the second game of the episode here at the Hawthorns. We're still sitting in 7th place, I think it is. We are so attached to that position. So you know, coming into this game after a 2-1 victory away at Stamford Bridge, the confidence was flowing, but in the first couple of minutes, Jack Butland had to be alert to make a good save there. A really solid stop there to deny, not sure who it was that came through, maybe Shane Long, to deny him and keep the score at 0-0. But from the resulting corner, it's crossed in by Morrison eventually into the box here towards Dawson. It's headed away. Redmond clears the ball through to Townsend, and we go on a break here. Towns goes down the left-hand side here, takes on Yusuf Malumbu here, gets passing with his skill. What a ball through to Gary Hooper it was. He chips it over the top to our striker Anthony. Great touch and a half volley, and he puts the ball into the back of the net. And yes, you guys, I am going to call him Anthony from now on because it seems like everyone thinks it's either Martial or Martial, and if I say it's Martial, you'll say it's Martial. If I say it's Martial, you'll say it's Martial. So I'm just going to call him Anthony. You can't be mad at me for that. So there you go. But it's a simple finish by Martial. It's a simple finish by Anthony, and it's 1-0 to Norwich. And there you go. And in the 14th minute, Ross Barkley collects the ball here, runs down the centre, then down the left hand side. Lovely skill from Barkley, finds Nathan Redmond. Redmond comes through here, nice piece of skill. Berber spin, nice little spin as well, and what a finish it is into the top corner. That was a fantastic goal by Redmond. He's sitting there, he knows that Diego Perotti's coming in. He's like, no way you're taking me out of the team, I'm staying in this team. What a finish that was by Nathan Redmond after a lovely piece of skill. And it's West Brom 0, Norwich 2. So for I think it's our 4th consecutive away game, we are just being fantastic. We're on the road and we are winning these games on the road. It's been great. But in the 42nd minute, Ross Barkley had a good chance to get his first Norwich goal, but again, he puts the ball wide. He's still yet to get his first goal for the club. Kind of frustrating, but I'm sure it will come in time. But in the 53rd minute, Anthony skips past Dawson here. Lovely turn on the fake shot. Tries to catch Foster out the near post, but it goes into the side net. But I did take him off here and decided to make a single substitution. Brought on Billy Sharp for Anthony. He was tiring a little bit. His stamina's not that great, so he was tiring a little bit. So I brought on Billy Sharp here off the bench. And in the 56th minute here, he was played free by Nathan Redmond. Nice pace to get around Dawson, and I think it was one of his first touches of the game. Ended up going into the back of the net. So great finish. That's his 8th for the season. So yeah, I mean, I know you guys want me to play Oda Lucy. I know you guys want me to play Sonogo, but you know, Billy Sharp gets goals. What's the point in dropping him if he scores? You know what I mean? So it's 3-0 here, and we have the chance to make it 4-0 in the 73rd minute. Callum Chambers crosses the ball into down to the right hand side, and just as I was bigging up Billy Sharp, he misses an absolute sitter. So still West Brom 0, Norwich 3, and in the 75th minute, Gary Hooper comes through here, takes on Chualuka, gets past him, nicely done by Hooper, takes aim, good save by Foster, and West Brom managed to clear it. So it was all us in this game. West Brom barely threatened, and in the 85th minute, Redmond found Chaloba off the bench here, takes takes on Billy Jones, skips past him with ease, down the left-hand side here, tries to get himself into a shooting opportunity, but he crosses the ball into Leroy Fer. The header is blocked, he keeps holding the ball to step over, tries to pass it, keeps holding the ball, the shot is blocked, and then his shot is finally saved, and West Brom clear it, but it does finish West Brom 0, Norwich 3, so a great clean sheet, a great victory, 3 goals, 3 very good goals as well, so I was very pleased. A really solid performance, 4 games away from home consecutively, yet we're still picking up the points, and yeah, I mean, I still believe, I know that it's a really big ask to get the Champions League, but when we're putting out performances like that, I still believe we can do it. But Southampton come back to us and say they won't go higher than 775 grand for Michael Turner, so we decided to go ahead and accept it because he's getting old and I could do with the money. But Josh Murphy accepts the contract. That's great news for us, but unfortunately his twin goes ahead and declines the contract, so one of them stays, one of them doesn't. We'll have to offer Jacob Murphy an improved squad deal, which I don't mind doing, so there you go, and that's that. But we get a transfer over here for Johnny Howson here, one of our CMs, and it's Chelsea. They want it for 1.4 million, maybe trying to strengthen the side for the Capital One Cup semi-final second leg, Carrow Road. We asked for 2.5 million because he's worth that. He's in good form, he's a good player, he's worth that. He's certainly worth no less than his valuation. So when Chelsea came back to us and said that we're not going to go in for him, I was like, fine, you're missing out. He's a good player, he's a really good squad player, and yeah, he's a good player. He's a really good player, Howson, so I don't care if he goes on a free, that's fine. We'll squeeze every drop out of him and we'll get the best out of him for the rest of the season, and then if he leaves on a free, fine, I don't care, to be honest. But Michael Turner goes to Southampton, and that's fine. And the last piece of business you'll see is us going for Nathan Ake on loan from Chelsea, but unfortunately I'll make a stupid decision here. I'll make an error. We go to the future fee, and by accident I set it to £0, so I'm almost certain Chelsea are going to come back to us and say we're not going to let you have him for free. So that was my mistake, I didn't look at it properly, and there you go. But as always guys, a big thank you for watching today's video. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you have, please leave a like, that's much appreciated, it really does help my channel out, and I'll see you for the next episode of Career Mode very soon.